Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Sabres to the Future. I'm due to talk about a youngster. And today, we will get into, here's the clip, Josh Bloom. We're going to talk about Josh Bloom tonight. And this young man is just 19 years old, still a kid, 19 years old. He is 6'2", 185 pounds. And as you can see, we drafted him 95th overall in the 2021 NHL entry draft. So let's look at some numbers and we'll talk about it a bit. And as I'm opening it, all right, here we go. Now you can see in his under 16 year in 2018-2019, 66 games, he had 42 goals, 41 assists. And that had to be one of the eye openers, I'm sure, for Kevin Adams when he drafted this kid. Because if you take a look, since we drafted him, folks, but he didn't have that 30-goal season in the OHL, and he was not an alternate captain either. Now he's the captain also. So he had, last year he had 67 games, 30 goals, 31 assists for 61 points. And so far this year, off to a great start with 4 goals, 6 assists for 10 points in his first 7 games this season. So as you can see, before that in Saginaw, he had in 54 games, 6 goals, and Adams took him. Adams seen something. The scouting staff seen something with this kid. And obviously they were right. They were just right. And if you look at his tournament stats, he's pretty much a point a game. Very close. He's about 3 points under the amount of games played. So, he's got 21 games. He has 18 points there. So I think Adams, in my opinion, hit a home run with him. I've done a video on him before with this kid. I think Adams has hit a home run with him in the third round. Yep, I think this will be a future Buffalo Sabre. I think this is another one in the low rounds that we picked that could find his way on the team. I don't think he's just going to be in the AHL his career. I think this is an NHLer. Just my gut feel. I have seen him play, and he has a mean streak, which I like. All right, so let's take a look at just some comments on him. As a player, Bloom is a tremendous skater and always has been. Scouts love his decision-making with the puck, and he possesses a solid release on his wrist shot that as he continues to grow as a shooter, willing to take chances with the puck, only gets better with time. As his game is developed, he's more willing to take risks to make the best play possible, something that wasn't evident in his more guarded play early in his career. Bloom told Sabres media after getting drafted that he wanted to show everyone how he grew as a player despite missing an entire season. He proved that with and without the puck. The Sabres didn't need to sign Bloom this early, so they clearly think he must have a shot at making the NHL next year, as small as it may be. This is a win for the franchise, and more importantly, a win for the Oakville, Ontario native. Bloom's hard work paid off into a successful season, personally for the winger, and he's only going to get better from here. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised this year, guys, if he threatens to get 50 goals, this kid. If you go and you take a look at some of his clips online, really take a look and give it a fair shake and say, you know what, I'm going to do my own investigating on this and see what Wayne's talking about. And go and look at him in interviews. You'll see a very mature kid. And also he just has a real nasty streak, which I like. I like that in a player. I like a player that hates to lose. And this kid seems to have that. And he also, like they're talking about his skating abilities, not something I really paid attention to. Really, it wasn't. I was looking at goal scoring and grit, because it's the lower rounds. But when I started looking into this, and they seen something, they were right. I mean, it just seems like we're drafting good guys. This is the thing nowadays that we didn't do years ago. We were drafting duds in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. We really were. I mean, we've got some other guys. Olofsson panned out. There's some guys, of course, that will pan out, but that's the law of averages. But what if we start drafting good all the time, is my question. What if we start doing that? What are we going to become as a franchise? Because, when you got first and second rounders, it's pretty evident you're going to get good players. You know what I mean? But if you're able to draft good players in the third, fourth, and fifth rounds and things like that, it's going to make all the difference, guys, in our future for this team going forward, that if we can draft just good talent and giving us a shot at another player that maybe should have became a first rounder eventually, you know? Because if you look at him, all of a sudden he went from like a 6-goal scorer to the alternate captain with a 30-goal season, and this year he's the captain over there. This is just, I believe, a perfect pick by Adams for a third-round pick, I'm saying. You know, for where he was picked in the middle of the third round, I don't see how we can go wrong with a kid like this. And again, guys, he's not too tiny, right? He's not too tiny, so he's got a mean streak with that size as well. No, he's not the biggest guy. What did I say? Weight again. Right? He's around 200 pounds. Let me check. 185, right? I think he's heavier, okay? DB doesn't always have it right. I should have actually checked that. I really should have checked somewhere else, but I'm pretty sure he's 192. They got him listed there as 185. I'm pretty sure he's 192, guys. DB isn't always accurate with the height and weight. They're not always accurate. But look, this is, for me, this is another good pick. 6'2", big forward. This is another one that, guys, this is just, it can turn into a stud. Another one. You know, we keep piling them up. If we keep piling them up in the first and second rounds, what if we start piling them also some in the third and fourth rounds? Just something to think about. It really is. So, keep up the good work, Adams. It looks like you know what you're doing. All right, folks, I shall see you in the next video.